We have some music. I'm not sure if it's double coming out in the video. Hey, little K, how's it going? Just gonna minimize this. Yes, we're gonna build a Sensi. Hopefully, I'm already losing parts. I wanted to do a quick build, but set it off wrong right away. Can you hear the music in the background? Hopefully. I think you can. Yeah. And if I put this like this, is it worse? Do you like double hear it, or is there does the music become a bit better? I think it gets a lot worse. Also, the chat for some reason not working. How do I make the chat work? I have to check other chats. So I don't think the chat today is gonna work. Oh, it's not gonna show. You can still hear it in the. Okay, so no point in having both audios on. And I need to probably take away the sounds from this. Notifications. Play sound. Take off. There we go. Should be good to go. Let me just share this real quick. If I can. Can I? Yeah, I can. I share. Copy link. Blamo. I got the notification. Smash that bell. Give me a second. Come join. Yes. Okay. There we go. Oh. Damn it. How do you cancel? You know what the Sensi is, by the way, Marcus? Hopefully you can hear me a bit louder than the music. I think so. I can also lower the music a little bit. Hey James, how's it going? We're gonna start in just a second. Just a tiny little second. So I don't know if you saw the video from excellent. I don't know if you saw the video yesterday in Club Therapy from Tristan, but he was flying a Sensi 3S. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna share. I don't think I can share it here, actually. without adding some weird stuff. Can I? No, probably not. You're gonna start hearing. Hey Jezza, you're gonna start hearing like weird. You're gonna start seeing some weird stuff in my screen if I start adding stuff. But if you haven't seen it, basically, oh maybe I can do it another way. You gotta be inventive on this YouTube stuff. Where is it? There we go. Yeah, we can share it another way. Maybe. Yes, we can. My phone cooperates. Oh my God. Pause. Turn. There we go. Click. Don't want to click. Anyways, let me show you what we're gonna do. Is it this one? Yes, it is. Look at that. Yesterday we were talking on quad therapy about Tristan Bruce. If you don't know who he is also a quad therapy pilot. And yesterday we were showing him flying around with a Sensi 3S, and that's the footage. Huh? Smart. It's a pretty nice quad. Regretfully, I was flying it yesterday, and I just nicked a little bit of a ground, and the FC killed one of the ESCs. So yeah, I had to get a new ESC. But this was just a nick. The thing is that it was using a what was it, a 6 amp or 5 amp ESC, so that was a bit, I think, low for 3S. So today we're gonna be using the 12 amp one, that one, by Beta FPV. There you go. I don't know if you, oh, super explode. There we go. That's a bit better. And yes, the 2S Whoop drone parts, although this is rated for 3S. This is what they use on this one, the BDFPV, what's it called? Pro, I think it is. Yes. So I decided, well, it would be cool maybe to. I'm building this anyway. What's this? Could you know where the leather padding for Fat Shark goggles? Because I've got the foam padding. What? Where to get the leather padding? Oh, the leather padding. I don't know, but Jem knows. So if Jem is on the stream, he can answer you. Yes, this is an 85, and I was testing it on 3S. It's all right, but there's a few issues. So I'm gonna be releasing a video on this one as well soon. This is a 3S one. I tried flying it on 2S. It was meh. And then I tried flying on 3S, much better, but they still had a few issues, especially when you're diving. It was a bit. So I think Beta FPV are trying to do like a all-in-one quad, and this is a bit too big to be all-in-one. Oh, it's not an 80, sorry, it's not an 85. It's a 75. 75, 3S. 75, right? Yeah, I think they're trying to do all-in-one in one quad, and I'm not sure if this can work. So we're gonna try and do this one. How about that? So this is a Sensi frame. I'm guessing that if you watched Quad Therapy, you've seen one of these. Washout, yeah, a lot of washout, especially on dives. Right? And I noticed the washout as well. Not just by flying it in 2S, when you're going straight and turning to one particular direction, it washes out. Just flying it, so maybe not the best. But on 3S is it's a lot more a lot better. The thing is that it still has washouts on when you're diving, and this one doesn't. So what are we doing here? I got a little flight controller. It's a 3S rated with 12 MPSCs, if I'm not mistaken. Where's the box? I have the box here somewhere. Anyways, it is 3S. I'm pretty sure it's 12 amps. And then we have ourselves a little Sensi frame. And I've already assembled the motors. These are exactly the same motors that you have on this as well. Which are 1103 8000 kV. So this should be good on 3S. What I don't know is how much punishment they're gonna take by having such like 2.5-inch props. Because the motors that I normally use, let me show you my 3S build, which is somewhere in this room. Ah, here it is. Yeah, that's the motors that I normally use, like BBB, a lot larger as well. What's this? 1105, 6000 kV or 7.5 kV. Seems to work pretty good for this. Yeah, we're gonna try double blades, 2.5-inch, which are Jim got these new props as well from HQ Prop. So I'm gonna try these, and then I also wanted to try my what do you call them? Azure 2.5-inch props, but they're 3 blades, so and a lot more pitch. I'm not sure if these motors are gonna like it too much. I think like double bladed prop will be probably a bit better for this. A couple of things assembling this. There's a front and a back. Wouldn't you know it? I'm also looking there because that's where the video is, but it probably should be looking there. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna just move this here. There you go. Now I can look at what I'm showing. So, this thing, there's a front and a back, and front is either one of these sides. Doesn't really matter which ones you put in front. But if you put it like this, that's apparently on the side. So the cables are supposed to run through the side, I'm thinking. Pretty sure. Because then if you're hitting something, you're not gonna trample on the cables. And also, if you notice here, the patterns for putting the motors make it that the cable runs through the side of the carbon fiber, which is then gonna connect like here, right? So instead of having cables running the wrong way or in the center, since the connectors are here on the sides, it's just gonna go and connect directly to the ESCs. Yeah? With me so far? Hopefully so. Alright, for this build I'm gonna do things slightly different, I think, maybe. Because this is what I'm thinking. I also need to attach this here somehow. So this is what I'm thinking. I want to put 2 of these grommets, which I already lost one somewhere on the floor. Oh! So lucky! I just found it. So we're gonna put 2 of these grommets and get them stuck there right away so they don't move. And then the other grommets we're gonna assemble directly with the canopy. So the canopy is gonna go like way down to those holes and actually couple the whole lot together. Might be a bit harder, I don't know, to then remove the canopy. I guess we could do it the other way around as well, right? We can just do This. Yeah, it might be better. Never mind what I just said. I'm just gonna put the screw from the bottom, and then mount everything on top. Because I guess then we can put the. It's gonna be easier to just take the canopy on and off. Huh? It's a learning experience, and we're both learning. Yes, so kind of like that. There's one thing though. This is carbon fiber. That means that we have to be careful so that none of this stuff touches the carbon fiber. So I thought, let's destroy Jem's beautiful work by gluing something on top. I'm sure he'll be delighted. Let's at least make it black, shall we? Let me see where I have the black tape. ¿Dónde está la black tape? Oh, here it is. Oh boy, I'm already screwing things over. So I'm just gonna get a little bit of this tape, Gorilla tape, over the pattern where I'm gonna put the flight controller, so right there on top, so it doesn't, if any, if I have a hardware crash or something, it doesn't short everything out. It would be nice, what would be nice? To have a pre-cut anti, what do we call it? Anti, pass-through connection thing that you can just assemble and like glue on rather than me cutting tape. Let me show you, because I'm making no sense. So instead of me cutting this tape and putting it there, it would be maybe nice to have something that's already pre-done for it and pre-cut for it. What do you think? Because I doubt people are gonna do this. I just think it's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna glue everything there. Hope I get lucky. So actually, I kind of want to. I want the least amount of black tape on it, like that. Yeah. So I just want to cover the exact places where the flight control is going to go. There we go. Huh? How about that? Oh, Phil's just sending me messages. Phil! No, Phil! Okay. How do I stop the sound from? Maybe I don't. Alright, well. Phil, shush! Shush, Phil. I can sell a sticker instead for the top and bottom, different patterns and colors. Yeah, I think there's one thing I've always, I don't know. I don't know why people don't do it more. Which is, let me show you what I mean. This is what I mean. How nice would it be, just out of the way, to have Where's the block? How nice would it be to have a frame that's not black, like black carbon? Why can't we have nice things? Why can't we have a white frame and that people can just draw on it or put stickers on it? But you know, if I glue this on here, it's not gonna look good. It's gonna be like all cut up and stuff. So I'm not gonna do it. But if the frame was white at least, that means that you can paint around it, right? What do you want, Phil? Stop it, Phil. There we go. I'm gonna put Phil here to the side. Yeah, so maybe something that goes on top and on bottom would be certainly interesting. Uh, Here's another interesting thing that I can't show you this, can I? Damn it. Well, I can show you like this. Let me see. Like that. Oh, put it up. I can show you like that. See this? This here? That's coming. Happy Model switchable VTX with DVR included. So something that you can possibly use on your tiny whoops, and you can record the VR directly from it. Huh? Alright, let's go back to the build here. Is that it? Yeah. Should be good. Oh my god, Phil, what do you want? I really have to learn how to mute Facebook, like the stupid things. Take my money. Yeah, man. I think it's gonna be like when you can get a tiny whoop that records DVR directly on the tiny whoop. I think that's gonna change a lot of the recordings that now we do with the 4x3 connection. Sorry, connection with the 4x3 type video, because the DVR normally just expands the video and records it a bit bigger. Come to the live stream. Paste. Oops. YouTube live stream at the moment. Stop bleeping, Phil. Phil. Okay, where was I? We have all grommets, do we? No, we lost one. Oh no, we do have all. What more do we want? So, here's what I'm thinking. I need to get like a pokey thing that pokes a hole on, there we go, I think this will do, on the hole that we have to use for the screws. There we go, that's one. If I can find the hole. That's another one. That's another one here somewhere. Where you at? Where you at, hole? Oh my lord! I wish you could just have like a tiny little tool. Sorry about the screen. There we go. Ha! There. Now we have all the holes, and hopefully this will be anti. You know, it won't wreck up the quads if something touches on it. Alright, so we need to cut a few more things here for it to fit. If only I could find my knife thing, that would be great. So we need here. So when you don't have a dog, you hunt with a cat. Hello. Cut there. See if sure I have a cutter here somewhere. don't I? That's a cutter, no. It's not a cutter. That's not a cutter. That's all the screws almost landing in the floor. Okay. I guess this one is gonna do. So we just need to make a little hole for the connectors to go out. So for this, these two, and the USB to just poke out. It's turning into a shit protection already. Hey. Huh? Yeah. But in like half an hour. Is it alright? Okay, just put it there. Terrible. But at least this will save us, like if we need to, you know, if your quad happens to bounce off of everything, of anything. Dual recording with the taste here and split, but 3 inches about the limit of weight with them. Yeah, I know. How are you doing with the Taser? Because I haven't had a lot of good experiences with it. Now that I've changed the lens, it's a little bit better, but still, it's not, you know, not as advertised, really. I'd like to see how other people are experiencing it. They'll be, yeah, I'm sure they will. It'll be nice. Jem, if you're watching. Right, so another thing is that, does it fit there? It doesn't fit there. I think Jem changed this already, because with this FC, I don't know if you can see there, but the sides, see the side there, doesn't quite fit. That means we have to cut a little bit of this carbon fiber here. Should be doable. It will be much easier if I could actually find my tools. But who needs tools? Yeah, let's just hack at it. Where would I be if I was that tool that I need? Aha! Not there. Alright. We're back. We're back. There we go. That's what I need. So Jem, so sorry, but I'm gonna hack away at your construction now. 12 amp PSC, yeah, that's it. 12 amp, 4-in-1, 3S ready. There's one thing though. It comes with a regular pigtail, but I put this one that has a little capacitor on it. Yeah. That I think Gem already also sells. So what I'm gonna do here is just gonna hack away at this part and this part, which is where the these two connectors are supposed to fit, but don't. Just don't. Sorry, Jem, in advance. Sorry, not sorry. So just, I think you just need to remove a little bit of carbon here on the side and you're good. Sorry if the camera's shaking. Remember to not inhale any carbon as well. I have a ton of that on my lungs, so it's fine. It's all good. Also, remember not to make don't shave too much off, otherwise it's gonna hit that hole there. It's almost there. Yeah. I think if we just shave the other side now, it'll be fine. I hope the next cut has this already, Jem. I don't know. Is Jem watching? Let me go to this. Yo, Jem. It's been fixed. Oh, there we go, Jem. Good, excellent. Thank you for confirming that. I mean, it works on other all-in-ones. It's just this one. It's a bit wide. The connectors. And I remember that on the other IOAs, we also had to shave a little bit here on the almost. We had to shave a little bit here in the center as well because the bind button was pressing it. Where is it? You can't see it because I put something over. You can maybe see it on this one. Also no. See if I can remove that pad there. Yeah, so on the other ones we had to shave a little bit off. On the other side, actually this is flipped around because it was hitting the bind button there. You can just see it shaved underneath that that yellow thing there. All right. I think we need a little bit more shaving. Yeah, move the motor valves further away from the center to allow to use the. Yeah, that's it. I think that's with the new frame that is doing now. But I found a way around that simply by chopping off the canopy a little bit. So now it doesn't touch anywhere. But you have to kind of like butcher the canopy a little bit. You see, it doesn't have that big butt like it had before. Which I don't mind if it works. If it works for me, it works. If it works, it works. Okay, almost there, I think. I think it'll fit now. This carbon is quite nice, it's not peeling or anything, which is good. You don't want your carbon to peel off when you're adjusting things. And I have to say that at first, I wasn't like super, excited to use the cabling not in the dead center. But I have to say I've grown to like it. I think it's a good idea actually to have like the just the cabling going in the side of this plate here rather than just right dead in the middle like that. Good idea, Jem. And you can put it on the inside or on the outside. I think the inside will be a bit more protected maybe. Like that. It's a good idea, I like it. Makes it a little bit more clean. Alright, let's see if it fits now. It does fit. How about them apples? Okay, so since it fits, we're gonna put our little shitty little cover back. Just like that. Now another thing that you're gonna need for this build is, like I said before, these long screws. And if you don't have some, get some, because you definitely need some long screws to reach the canopy. Like this ones that just go over the grommets should be fine. Like it doesn't need to be that long. Let's see if I have any smaller ones. Nice screw box. Like this should also almost be able to fix it. There's a hardware pack, yeah. I just didn't get one. I didn't get one. But luckily enough, look at that. Will this fit? Will be almost. Yes, it does fit. So some of the screws that we normally use for motors might just be good enough to fit this. Just need to get the right height, I guess. No. It's quite tall, but I might have another one. Or maybe not. Huh, what a lovely live stream, just watching. Watch me rummage my screw box. You were thinking live stream wasn't cool and interesting, huh? Place. Oh, are yours plastic? Are your screws plastic? just happened to find a plastic one. Because that would be even better if they were plastic. But I guess it doesn't matter much because I'm going to use plastic nuts. Like these. Oh, look at that. Look what I just found. A hardware set. Well, that makes things a bit easier. Huh? Yeah, plastic is a bit weak. So it seems that we have everything we need right here. Get rid of that. So that's the hardware set that Jem was talking about. That I didn't even know I had. And here's what I want to do. I want to put this one. Oh, I forgot. I need it. I don't want to chop this one's. I want one exactly like this, but maybe not in plastic. No, is this long enough? Maybe. Well, let's try to use the plastic one. See how it goes. Right. So that's gonna be our back, I guess, and this is gonna be our front. And then we're gonna put one grommet in the front and one grommet in the back. And this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna close it off right away with a little plastic nuts. Yeah. So they don't go anywhere. But you don't need a lot of force, just need to literally close it off with the nuts. Let me get my right tools here. Same thing with the other one in the back. Let's put a nut over there and close it off. Again, you don't need to squish it because we want some leeway to try and force in the sides as well. So hopefully, because these grommets are made of like foamy stuff, the screw will kind of just force off the center, so you can then push it in. Maybe not. Maybe not. It seems all the solder points as well are on the top, so we can go right ahead and assemble it. But I think, like squishing it. I think for this one we're gonna have to take out one of the grommets first. Put the flight controller in there. Get in there, forcing those tabs in. And then we can put the front grommet and kind of just force it in, maybe. Maybe not. Let's it out. Huh? Yeah? Kinda? Wow, this is really tight. Like really, really tight. Yeah. So, here's what I've done. Left one grommet in the back. I think that the flight controller normally the other ones, because they're a bit more less electronic-y everywhere type of controller. Um, it means that you can kind of force the flight control a little bit, but because this one literally has everything everywhere, you kind of need to force the back first and put the grommet in the in the front, and then put the screw in. So that seems to have worked. It's very secure there, like this is not going to go anywhere. And now I guess we can put in the little screw on top. Yeah, nice. Oh, there. Constantly filming the wrong thing. There we go. Hey, Danger Dave. This is a Sensi frame by Drone Junkie. And this is a BDFPV flight controller, 12 amp ESCs, and so all in one. And then 1103 8000 kV motors. Just give me a second. Hey, all right, we're back. All right, so let's continue this then. I'm gonna move the the power here in the back, and now it's as easy as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just gonna move this out of the way. This is, by the way, the sticky tape that we put on top. Yeah. So on 3S, it's a bit crazy, really. But if you use 2S and you lower the kV of the motors, or actually 2S and you increase the kV of the motors to like, oh actually no, we're using, what are we using? 70,000, isn't it? Yeah, actually no, with I guess with the same type of kV, even a bit less, you can get like really good results with this frame. This frame flies beautifully on 2S. Yeah, 1106, yes. So this is 110 what? 1104 motors. And these are 1103 from Beta FPV. We're going to be overpropping it a little bit because obviously the motors normally come with 40 millimeter props, but I think it'll be all right. Probably. Oh, what? No, never mind. I was like, how the hell did it change? There we go. That's the front. This is the front. So the cables come through the sides, and now we can plug in here. And if you want to keep it really neat and tidy, you can then either put like a little zip tie here to hold the motors, or just like a little tape there. But I really like that. It's so neat. Look at that. Let's do the other ones. That's another one, and that's another one there. Come on. Oh my god, this music is so old. Let me put it up a little bit. Well, old-ish. Yeah, I mean, with this type of frames, that just means that you're gonna give a new life to your quad, really. Huh? Lava! Thanks, man. You too. Have fun. Well, hopefully, no, well, not very fun to be at work, but you can always, when you end your shift, you can always go flying. More than most people can say. Beautiful. I like it so far. Okay, there we go. Move all that away. Gorgeous. So now, boom, boom, boom. Now, the real fun begins. Because we're gonna try and put this there. Huh? Nope. And then we're gonna get this receiver, because there's no space underneath. Yeah. So we're gonna have to do a couple of things, which is one, we're gonna have to pad this area, which is good also for the battery, but because the stuff is all poking out. I think for some builds, Jim puts this on the hardware. Let me just lower the. There we go. So Jim puts this tiny little risers here, so you can raise the whole frame up. But I want a really low base frame, like this. That's how it's gonna end up. Look at that. That's gonna fly like a bat out of hell for sure. And it looks insane, huh? Cool. So we have two things to do. One is we have to connect this receiver. Just strip away the ends. There you go. Get the soldering iron ready. Burning my mouse away. And we have to strip away these two ends as well. And we have to go and check out, like, where the hell are we gonna connect this stuff. So I can see there's 5 volts ground IOT5. I'm not gonna worry about connecting the video for OSD right now. I'm just literally gonna solder it because I'm gonna fly this in the afternoon. Alright, so let's see what's the pinout for this. I think it's on Drone Junkies. website. Hey, Jem, are you still around? How does the sound with the thing that I have right now? Is it better? It says it on the board. Yeah. Lead. Well, kind of ground. Very, very tiny letters there, but I always like to confirm the pinout. It's okay, or is it like good? Let me uh, let me close the sound actually from the computer. Is my voice heard throughout beautifully? Sound like a little dove flying in the river of I don't know. Let's see Jim's website. I think he has the brushless, flight controllers. Which one is it? Is it this? BDFPV 12 amps? Yes, 12 amps. BLE, yes. Crazy. Oh, you don't have the pinout. Oh, great. Great. 4S. What? This board is a 4S. Insane. Alright, let's get the pin out. Alright, so LEDs. I'm not going to put any LEDs now, but maybe eventually we will. I'll have to see. S-bus PPM, so ground 5 volts S-bus. So it's this pins here on the top. Excellent. Good. We can put the music back. And what I always do, and what you should always do, is make sure I'm on screen. Is always pre-tin the contacts that you're gonna use. Yeah. So get your iron nice and hot. Put just a little bit, a dab of solder. It's like sideways view. There we go. Dab of solder. And then just tin it very carefully not to damage any other components. Yeah. So now you have those 3 contacts right up. Where is it? Right up there. Pre-tinned. The 3 to the right. 3 to the right. And what you're gonna do now is you're gonna do the same thing on your receiver. Yeah. So tin, tin, tin. Also, this is really good. Yeah. Just to clean your soldering iron. If you don't have one of these, buy one. Alright, so now we have both wires pre-tinned and we have the contacts pre-tinned. The next thing to see is if the tinned parts from your cables are too long, and if they are, like, it needs to be super tiny. You don't need longer pre-tinned cables than what you're gonna solder on. So if it's too big, just chop it off. It's already tinned. You don't need to do anything else. And then very slowly make sure that you have the right pinout. So it's ground 5 volts S bus. So ground. And the other thing as well is solder them the way that you're going to move them. So if you're going to have this receiver on this side, solder it that way. If you're going to have the receiver that side, solder it that way. Yeah. If you're gonna have the receiver that side, solder it that way. Don't just go. I don't know if you can see that actually. Yeah. So don't go like soldering one way and then like flipping it to make the cables work to what you want. So grounds. You can see that. Five volts. Should probably remove this grommet, but nah. 5 volts. Oh no, something like that. Actually, I am gonna remove this because it's in the way. There. Much easier to work now. Let's resolder that ground cable as well while we're at it. If you're into FPV, soldering is one of the primary fundamental skills that you're gonna need. So make sure you learn how to do it correctly. And by that I mean make sure you solder ground and the 5 volt or the positive in a way that they're not gonna come off. Don't do it half-assed, make sure it's perfect, because it's gonna need to suffer throughout a lot of crashing and whatever you're doing it with it, yeah? So blobs on there are always the best. Blobs on the tiny little blobs on the flight controller, and then the rest you just put the cable towards it, so it melts into the. So the cable is melting into the blob that's already existing. That means that the connection is going to be a blob around the cable, not the cable on top of a blob. Yeah, does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Yeah, there's no extra things there that aren't connected. It's just one little blob with a cable attached to it. Yeah, I do the same, Jezza. Alright, so we have the receiver added here. It's gonna sit on top of the FPV camera, which we're gonna put afterwards. And we're gonna have to connect the 5 volts. Okay. So I can see 5 volts grounds. And then there's one, oh, camera VTX, okay. Interesting. So if you have one of these that only has one connection for the camera, you can always just cut that cable and then connect it to the VTX. But we're not going to do that just yet. Not today. Because I don't have enough time. Instead, I'm just going to pre-tin these two connectors. Where were they? There. So 5 volt and ground here on the bottom. And we want this to be like that, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna coil that, oh, sorry, you can see it. We're gonna coil this 5 volt cable. We're gonna solder it from this side. Pre-tin the cables. And then 5 volts. Ground. Would be nice if you could see, isn't it? Okay, that's all. So now we coil that cable around like so. Yeah. And that's how it's gonna stay. Right, back to the grommets back in place. I'm gonna put this back. A little nugget on top. And now, this is what we're gonna do. Gonna just attach the camera in there, and we can do that by getting some of these semi-long. Oh, that's a nice size. Semi-long screws here. I'm gonna put it just under there, and we're gonna also we can disable the soldering irons, not soldering anything else. So the idea is we have that coming through the side, so we're just gonna put a little grommet. We're gonna shove it into the board first, and then the screw goes in, so the grommet should hold onto there. Yeah, like that. Actually, using large screws, I'm just gonna put a small one. Stock 75 camera. No, I don't know. I think this is just a camera I got online a long time ago. It's a bit crappy, but since it works, I don't really care too much. You kind of want to get a camera that you can change frequencies by, not by a switch like this one has here on the side, because obviously you're going to have the canopy on it. So unless you put like a hole in the side to change the frequencies, you're not going to be able to change it. So you want something that has smart audio so you can change, or just a little tiny whoop camera that has a switch here. And what I do with those is that I just press it on the side to swap the channel, and you kind of guess what the channel is. All right, so I'm gonna put that there. It doesn't fit because it's too tiny, so we're gonna just make the hole a little bit bigger. And this camera is not great. It's something super cheap that I got online, but I just want to get it flying, really. Alright, so we have one screw on one side. Let's get the other screw on the other side as well. So because this board is too tight, you can't put the screw first, you have to put the grommet. Force it right in there. Get in, grommet. And then put the screw through the grommet like that. Yeah. Now coil the FPV. Oh, oh dear, it was already coiled. Didn't like that much. Coil the little camera there. Sorry, the little What are you doing? Like that. Yes, and that's gonna sit right there on those screws. So we're gonna try and force the screws to go in now. The other one as well, if I can. Huh? Beautiful. And this, we're just gonna leave it tucked in there in the back. So for that, I'm gonna use a little bit of sticky tape. Lamo. Take the other side of the double-sided sticky tape off. Don't hot glue anything on the VTX because it will just melt off. So sticky tape seems to work the best. Okay. Just annoying to take this off. Right. So that goes right there. Nice. And the antenna, I think I'm gonna coil it and leave it inside of the whoop. Coil it through here. That's it. Because it's plastic, so it's not gonna matter. So you don't really need to worry about the antenna getting broken or anything. If I could, I would put the other antenna inside as well, but that's a bit harder. All right, so that's nice and coiled in all inside, and now all we have to do is put in this lovely canopy. And screw it in. Yeah, one side. Two sides. Look at that beauty. Look how low it is. Now I like to do one thing here. Instead of putting like the regular small little holes, sorry, not holes, the small standoffs, so like the regular bolt that goes on top. I like to put these bigger ones because that means that I can, if I need it, if I'm on the field and I need to remove the canopy for whatever reason, then I can maybe do it with my hands. And I can maybe put it back as well, rather than not being able to because it's too, the screws are too small. Yeah. So just like that, and it looks nice as well. Yeah, it's a little grommets there on the side. Now a lot of people do elastics. I'm gonna be one of those people as well. But maybe that's so pretty. Some people put elastics directly on this on the stuff that's holding the canopy. I think it's better to just put in two new screws here on the sides with these other standoffs like that, and just put in the elastic holding onto those there on the side. Yeah? Let's get some screws and put it in now. See if I can steal this from this one. Oh wow, that's a big screw there. Okay, so here's an example we made earlier. That's one side, and then it's gonna hit that other side there. Because it's a bit hard to sling it in once the standoff is in place. What I recommend is put one side in and then just force in the other one as you're putting in the screw with the elastic already there, like so. Yeah, that's for the battery. Because the see there the this is sticking way out. I'm gonna need some padding here on the bottom, which is fine. I mean the this is sticky anyway, so I wanted to cover that up. So I need to find some padding, which I definitely don't know where it is, and put it under there. That's for later. For now, we're just gonna finish up by plugging in the battery, make sure everything shines and beeps and whatnot, and we should be good to go. So for peace of mind, you have one of these things. That's a smoke stopper for XC30. So you can plug in a battery there. And if it goes green, it's fine. If it goes red, it's gonna blow up. Fingers crossed. Plug in that one, and then plug in the right way as well. We got a tone, we got some lights blinking. I don't know if that receiver is already bound to my radio, but we can test it out. if I can plug in my radio. What would that be? Would it be 60? No, so it's not bound. I'll just have to rebind it afterwards. But everything seems to be working beautifully. And yes, that is the end of the video. We can connect it as well without the smoke stopper. Beautiful. Well, there's not in flames. I'm sure it'll be fine too. Oh, can we test the spinning and stuff? Let me see if I can connect it to Beta Flight. Let's see if I can connect it to Beta Flight without unplugging any of my stuff. Oh, here we go. Beta Flight. Connects, yeah, it's all good and nice and dandy. So what do we need? We need the motors. Connect this. See if everything is spinning in the right direction. I don't know. So that's spinning inside, which is right if it's like a tiny whoop. This one is spinning also inside, which is wrong. This one is spinning outside, which is wrong as well, if you want to like a tiny whoop, and number 4 is spinning outside. So I have to change number 2 and number 3 if I want it reversed, or number 1 and number 4 if I wanted the regular way. Which I think I'm going to have it the regular way. So I'm going to come here to the configuration, change the reverse, save and close, and then I'm going to switch 1 and 4. So I have them spinning in the right way. Let's see the value. So to do that, you just go to BL Heli and go to number 1, number 4, reverse it. The rest you leave as is. The make compensation you can always take off, doesn't really matter. And then the beacon strength, beacon delay, it's all good. Right setup. Yes, I am flying it today. Okay, all good, nice and dandy. And now on Beta Flight, should consider putting up a screen that just shows my screen as I'm doing this stuff. I forgot that. Well, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream, watching the little quad get built. I'm gonna fly it now in the afternoon to see how it goes. Hopefully everything will be fine. Sure will. And I will see you on the next stream, which will probably be sometime on next Saturday in Jim's house. Or maybe I'll do a little quick live stream at the field this afternoon. But that will probably be in Facebook, I think. So watch out for Facebook. I'll do it on my account, on Carlito account. But yes, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye bye. And then we can go to this one. Look, where I'll be no, not this one. Oh shit! I screwed it up. Never mind. Never mind. Bye.